Have you ever met someone who lies so effortlessly that it almost feels natural? They don't stutter, they don't blink, and they look you straight in the eyes as if every word they're saying is the absolute truth. But behind that calm expression, there's a web of manipulation, fear, and control. Psychology says that people who lie easily reveal far more about themselves than they realize, and once you understand their behavior, you'll never see them the same way again. Lying at its core is a defense mechanism. People who lie effortlessly have practiced this behavior for so long that it becomes second nature. They lie not just to others, but also to themselves. Their lies aren't always meant to hurt. Sometimes they lie because facing the truth would destroy the image they've built in their mind. It's not always about deception. Sometimes it's about survival. Think about it. When someone lies easily, they've learned that truth often comes with consequences. Maybe, in their past, honesty led to punishment, rejection, or pain. So they build a habit of reshaping reality just to protect themselves. Over time, the line between truth and lie fades, and they start believing their own stories. But here's what's fascinating. The more someone lies, the more predictable they become. You'll notice patterns, vague answers, unnecessary details, sudden changes in topic, or even emotional manipulation to divert attention. These are all subconscious tactics to maintain control of the narrative. They'll say things like, "I don't remember," or "You're overthinking," to make you doubt your own memory. This is how liars protect their false world, by making you question yours. Psychologists explain that chronic liars often experience something called cognitive dissonance, a mental discomfort that happens when their actions don't match their beliefs. To ease that discomfort, they keep lying to make the lie feel more real. It's like putting a bandage over a wound that never heals. Each lie feels like a temporary fix, but deep down, they know the truth is still bleeding underneath. Now, here's the hard truth. People who lie easily don't just deceive others, they destroy trust. Once someone lies, it doesn't matter how small the lie is. Your brain starts to question everything they've ever said. Even if they're telling the truth later, your heart hesitates. Because the moment trust breaks, words lose their meaning. But what drives them? In most cases, it's fear. Fear of judgment, fear of losing control, or fear of vulnerability. Some people lie because they can't handle how others might see them if they told the truth. Others lie because they crave validation. They want to be admired, accepted, or loved, and lies become a way of maintaining that illusion. And then there are those who lie simply to manipulate. These are the most dangerous kinds. They use lies like weapons to control, to confuse, to gain power. Such people often lack empathy. They're skilled at reading emotions, but only to use them against others. Their lies are strategic, designed to keep you emotionally hooked. They'll tell you what you want to hear, not what you need to know. But no matter how good a liar is, psychology says one thing clearly. The truth always leaks through microexpressions, inconsistencies, and behavior. Their eyes might not dart away, but their tone shifts. Their breathing changes. Their body language becomes just a little too controlled, as if rehearsed. They may smile, but their eyes don't. The human brain can fake words, but it struggles to fake emotion. And if you've ever been close to someone like this, you know how exhausting it feels. You start to question yourself. Am I imagining things? Maybe they didn't mean to lie. But deep down, your intuition knows. The human subconscious can sense dishonesty long before the conscious mind catches up. That uneasy feeling in your gut, it's your brain detecting emotional mismatch. What the person says doesn't match how they make you feel. The most painful part dealing with a liar is not the lie itself. It's realizing how easy it was for them to do it. Because lying without guilt means empathy has been replaced with self-interest. It's a sign that the person values control more than connection. Still, not every liar is evil. Some lie because they're ashamed of their past. Some lie because they're scared of being hurt again. But here's what psychology teaches us. Lies might protect a person for a while, but truth is what frees them. You can't build genuine love, trust, or respect on a foundation of deception, because every lie demands another lie to keep it alive. Eventually, even the most skilled liar slips. The truth catches up. Sometimes it comes out through someone else, sometimes through a careless word, and sometimes through silence, when they just stop trying to maintain the story. And when that moment happens, their mask begins to crack. You start to see the fear behind the confidence, the emptiness behind the charm. If you're dealing with someone who lies easily, remember this. You don't need to expose them. You only need to protect your peace. Confrontation rarely changes a liar's heart. It just makes them build better lies. But distance, that's what reveals everything. When you stop reacting, when you stop chasing answers, the truth often reveals itself naturally. Psychologically, liars crave control. When you stop giving them emotional power, they lose interest. They move on to someone else who still believes them. That's why the best way to handle a liar is not through anger, but through silence and self-respect. And if you've ever caught yourself lying, even in small ways, ask yourself why. Is it to protect your image, to avoid pain, or to hide a part of yourself you're afraid others won't accept? Awareness is the first step toward honesty, not just with others, but with yourself. Because the moment you stop lying to yourself, your relationships begin to change too. In the end, people who lie easily will always reveal themselves, not through their words, but through their patterns. They'll always avoid accountability. They'll always change their story. And they'll always lose people who value honesty. The sad part? They'll often blame others for leaving, without realizing that it was their lies that pushed everyone away. Truth may hurt, but lies destroy. And those who lie easily may live in the comfort of illusion for a while. But deep down, they always know that sooner or later, the truth will find its way to the surface.